В тот момент, когда он пришел в мой офис, я знал, что ничто не будет как прежде.
We're closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Буржуечка. Вентилятор. А зачем вот эти штуки, интересно, на вентиляторе всегда? Пусто в сумке. Награды. Сральник. Денежка. А? Не понял.
You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
О.
Seems my instincts
Ни
were
богов, ни
correct.
королей.
I don't know,
Только
but I
человек.
know someone who does. Follow me.
Блин, то здесь можно будет посмотреть, какой был Рапчер. Прорыв.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
Магнат. Привет. Кутюр. Рапчер. Магнат. Гниют прямо. Опять коляска. Интересно, это отсылка к моменту с коляской из первой части?
Wait, was los? Ain't you playing the ponies no more? You're too good for the boys at the track now.
Не, ну так-то здесь, конечно.
What do you want?
All the turntables. Так, вот он.
If we were all made from common clay, then Einstein would have remained a patent clerk. It's our responsibility to strive.
Here, here.
You look so sad.
about your little friend. Such a shame.
Can I help you?
Ryan, he's a bigger fish in an awful smaller pond, you ask me.
Anything you say, pal.
If I was running things, I'd say, why just one city? Why not two, eh? Why not three?
Много детей пропавших. Просто пакетик пожевал.
Edward thinks the way to my heart is philosophical transcendence. He's brilliant. And if I wanted brilliant, I'd go to bed with a book.
You're just trapped by petite bourgeois notions of romance, aren't you?
Take it whatever way you will. But a girl wants what a girl wants.
Юбку надо поправить.
The mind is eternal.
Just a matter of time before Ryan's goons round up anybody talks bad about him. I mean, just look what happened to Frank Fontaine.
Угу. Блин, я вот не представляю, как такое стекло. На глубине вот такое стекло. Большое. Это же просто нереально. Как оно выдержит давление такое?
What are they?
Red means stop.
Where have you been?
Green
Cabin in
means go.
Arcadia?
This is the
Little
truth.
sisters.
All little
Atom
girls know.
factories.
It's grotesque.
Почему у них белесые лица? Причем именно это как румяна нанесены. Ну, косметика. Это не Таненбаум? Может, это Таненбаум? Так, а нам куда нужно? А, угу, я понял.
Hey, keep moving, buddy.
Окей. Ладно. Блин, бегает так на... Мне сразу вспоминается серия секретных материалов, где Скалли бегала на каблуках и учила. Там, где они фильм снимали.
Come on. We haven't got all day.
И она учила актрису, как бегать на каблуках. Так, почта. Так, Биг Дэдди там что-то делает.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What you mean? They're just some kind of machine?
А? Ох, нифига себе. Блин, вот это прикольно.
Well, I say you should have to prove your property. Hold on. Otherwise, it's just that
Who would judge that?
То есть нашел часы, и это сразу же денежки. Что тут происходит?
on with it. Do you have any idea how valuable my time is?
Лифт сломался. Пропавшие дети. Так, что тут у нас? Кошелек. Так, стоп. А тут у меня есть что-нибудь? Нет. Сандер Коэн.
Ryan's been good to me. Few are the patrons who truly understand the struggle of the artist. But even I was a little leery when he shuttered Fontaine's business
Не, я могу
and
назад
sent
вернуться.
that bald buck to a grave deep in the briny. But when Ryan buried all of Fontaine's pals in that department store, someone had to find a home for all those freshly minted orphans.
А, сюда нельзя зайти.
And if I turned $1 or $2 in the process, you can hardly blame me for doing well by doing good.
tallest flower up there. Do something exceptional. Those parasites resent it, condemn it, or worse yet, take credit for themselves.
Nice finally consorting with the people. Getting recognized properly, being part of something bigger.
Да, тут же про паразитов было, что наверху типа паразиты. Свергает религию. Рабочий человек.
The meek can go ahead and inherit the earth for all I care. I'm fine right here in Rapture.
He works for Ryan's security firm. I got it firsthand.
Cooks a fella from the inside out. Is the damn thing a weapon or an oven?
Works with mini rays or microwaves? Oh, I can't remember. All I know is it sounds dreadful.
Фонтейн закрыт. То есть это случилось, все здесь происходит уже после того, как Фонтейна...
Funny.
Точнее...
What?
You not knowing about the little sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, I thought it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
You know, sweetie, I'm spliced up particular to pleasing the women.
Да, то есть...
Hello, Bean.
Так, тихо, мы туда не пойдем пока.
Where are
Давай.
we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
У нее мизи... Дай на мизинец посмотреть.
Wait. The hostic sees you, he'll toss you out on your ass again.
Окей.
Got
Так.
some nerve showing your face around here, pal.
Окей, ладно. А, она уже там. Так, он нажмет кнопку или долбанет?
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And...
Cop friend of mine.
Да, у нее мизинца нет.
Says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
И у нее
See the body. This world values children,
птичка.
not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them.
Так.
Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshment, sir. Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
А? Телепортирующийся товарищ.
I went through basic with us, decent sort. The Italians. Papa this and Papa that. They can't take a crap without a papal dispensation.
He gets that from his father. No one from my side of the family.
Просто сразу же и бармен, и официант.
Do I know you?
I doubt that. Так, карты нету, да? Угу. Вопрос только, куда нам идти отсюда?
Ah, Mr. DeWitt. Back again. And so soon.
Привет.
I was telling all this keep-a-don't right? About the dispersions being made about me, huh? This legal nonsense, huh? About what Ryan warned us about. This society of lawyers, huh?
Угу. Угу. Ну нет, я не это хотел использовать. О, нет, хотя это нормально. Ладно, удачно.
Are you in the know? Innovation and competition are what fuel Rapture. But that fuel can be diluted with rumor or flat-out lies. The rumor monger asks, what are these so-called splicing side effects? Well, take a look around you. Do you see anything wrong with your neighbor? The rumor monger asks, why has Tenenbaum withdrawn from the public's eye? Dr. Tenenbaum is a scientific mind unparalleled, even in Rapture. She's no doubt in her lab, toiling away at her next great innovation. I heard she was in cahoots with Fontaine. Merely slander from jealous naysayers. Remember, Rapture competes through innovation, not cheap shots. Bridget Tenenbaum is a woman who represents the best of science and industry. In other words, she's a Rapture gal. Now you know.
Окей.
How am I gonna get work with my leg all busted up like this? Foreman says I should have been more careful.
Something will turn up. Adversity breeds opportunity, that's what Ryan says.
Окей.
Where have you been, DeWitt? Expect me to drink alone?
Seems so far behind us now. I hope all of his crowd are enjoying themselves. Locked up forever.
Gotta hand it to the old man. Locking up Fontaine's thugs in his own department store. That's poetic justice. Why are you wasting your time with that one?
Так.
Are you in the know? You doubtlessly sampled products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend the parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The council asked that Ryan Industries assume the burden of stewardship of Fontaine's ill-gotten assets. And Andrew Ryan accepted that burden for the people of Rapture. Now all citizens can enjoy these products, free of criminal taint. Now you know.
Да, здесь получается это событие уже после того, как Фонтейн подстроил свою смерть. Но Атос еще, видимо, не появился. Коэн фигней страдает, как всегда.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's goons for one reason, and one reason only. He built a better mousetrap.
Oh, for God's sake, Armand, you want to get us both rounded up?
Воскис.
Buongiorno, signore.
Бонжура, бонжура.
girl's been missing for days.
I'm a complete wreck if Trudy even gets a nosebleed.
So many children.
Being the best at what you do can really take it out of you. So on one,
Suchong observe strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window,
Ого.
man in strange hat experimenting on Suchong's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property!
Сычуан.
But man name of a Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Suchong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Музыкальный магазин.
Come right in.
Да ладно, ладно. Taylor. Tales of Rapture. Окей. Так, ладушки. Значит, мы прошли по второму этажу. Вернулись к ресторану. Табачная.
I suppose I shouldn't have drank so much when I was pregnant, clearly. No changing it now.
Take it easy on the vine there, Ronald. This ain't cool.
How is Ryan taking over Fontaine's business any different than, say, eminent domain?
О, денежка.
I prefer when the judge doesn't profit off the penalty.
Информационное бюро. Конечно, мы обследуем забытый кошелек. Где денежка есть?
We'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Your hand on the chain.
Так, стоп, сюда нужно сначала зайти. Ты баунсер. Биг Дэдди.
Are you in the know?
Знаете ли вы?
The Big Daddy may look imposing, but he's a gentle giant.
Ага.
Do you know all he does for Rapture? These metal jets are the hands that maintain Rapture, digging the foundation out of the seabed and guiding structural supports into place. Where do these metal mysteries come from? Sorry, chum, that's a Ryan Industries trade secret. Now you know.
Ух ты, тут еще. Попкорн. О, это закусочная.
That's what the parasites want you to believe. Gray. There's no such thing as gray. There's good, there's bad, and nothing between the poles.
По-моему, это слова из первой или второй части Bioshock Райан, который говорит, то есть этот чувак пишет речи для Райана, что ли, или...
got an issue with my food pen, you're welcome to put on an apron.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in a closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to Utopia, is that it still has the people.
2076.
I understand why Ryan wants to.
Hello, Booker. Where have you been hiding her?
How do they work?
Something about stem cells.
What's a stem cell?
Who do I look like? Bridget Tenenbaum?
Так. Вот. Goddamn people. Так, supply closet. Вот, есть еще. The owner of the watched clock diner hides visitors in the nearby supply closet. Use the code from his audio data to unlock the door. Nearby supply closet. Наверное, это вот это.
Whatever that barber did to you, I hope he's retained a capable attorney.
Так, и мне нужно watched clock. Так. Wait.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of Utopia. Every man
Транскрипт
with his
есть. Вот,
hand on the great chain, the
2076.
wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine.
2.
And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery.
7.
Now I have to lock all my valuables in the closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to Utopia, is that it still has the people.
Мусорка. Пусто. Что пустой? Пусто. Что, просто аудиолог и все? Та-та-да.
When Ryan take over Fontaine Futuristics, scene of terrible violence. Splicers burning each other to bits. The lucky ones not killed, sent to department store prison instead. Soo-Chung think he dead man too. But then Ryan comes to Soo-Chung and says, Soo-Chung want to be buried in filthy store, or Soo-Chung want to make good salary? Work for Ryan. How much salary? Asks Soo-Chung. This Ryan find very funny.
Да, то есть там полная жесть была. Сплайсеры друг друга там месили. It wasn't me. Так, ну все, надо теперь к Коину идти. Я вроде бы все...
Contempt's too weak a word. I consider Cohen's work obscene.
Да, у Коина там, конечно, полная жесть какая-то творится. Закрытый клуб, получается.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of Invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're expected.
No mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of, they must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the artist struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
Private party.
3 магазина, у которых могут быть связи с... приглашение от клуба Коина. Ага, понял. Так, то есть я могу типа выбирать Search Golden Rule, Rapture Records, Artist Struggle. Давай пойдем. Пойдем сначала.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
Rapture Records.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Okay.
Well, hello.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
What is this piece?
It's by Trine, but of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box.
It does something to me. Especially something in this space. It's almost primal, isn't it? Part of us that exists before thought, before logic, purely sensual.
The finest music touches us, places.
That we never knew existed.
Yes.
Can you turn it up? Oh, it's so intoxicating. So powerful, masculine.
Must be somewhere else.
The urge to surrender. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
Так, маски.
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Так, теперь нужно пойти. Куда? Artist Struggle. Так, ну там было только Rapture Records и... А, вон, наверное, Artist Struggle. Вон он. А я туда вообще, по-моему, не заходил. Или заходил? Не заходил. Или заходил? Нет, не заходил.
You see that dish I walked in with? Will you give her the star treatment, pal? That'll make it worth your while.
But of course, right away. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Oh, what do you...
Gotta find that
Oh, I would like
box.
so much to understand.
In this piece, Cohen intended to show us the struggle of the great man, condemned to breathe the swampy air of the parasite.
Nothing.
All that in that
Well,
picture?
only one place left.
Yes, in fact. Now, did your companion go...
Oh, what's this one? You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Так. Теперь нужно...
Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
The Great Chain guides all of our efforts, even if we can't see.
Теперь сюда. Golden Roof.
Good day to you, ma'am.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center cabochon... Excuse me, sir.
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
Huh?
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
Where is he hiding that?
The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. You hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
Hit the bricks, you tramp!
Get your hands off me!
Ух!
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Good. You've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Нифига себе.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Да все, будем входить.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Да уж. Так.
Dance, dance, move!
Как голограмма, что ли?
Move, that's right, that's right.
Кролики. А он же постоянно... Да, он же постоянно, когда в первой части говорил там... My Rabbit. И все у него... Маски. Везде.
Be the conduit! Open yourselves to the music, to the spirit of the eternal! No. Why do you fail
in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse? My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! Thus, Fitzpatrick, for God's sake!
Oh!
My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas. There's no room in rapture anymore for the artist.
Да уж. Ну и клубешник тут у него. Гармошка. Капец, стрёмный клуб, конечно.
Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right?
Нарисованные усики.
This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, ladies?
Need to ask you a few questions.
Questions, yes. Yes. It is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You are more than you claim to be, little Songbird. Are you not?
F-чертичка.
Watch this one, DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is.
Так.
And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to go.
Cold son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt.
What?
Dance with me.
Come, dance!
Окей.
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure? But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
As I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
For 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick!
Ух.
I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
Мотылёк станет бабочкой.